Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching I Allegedly. And at the fish market today, the dory. Did you guys experience the Black Friday of banking? That was the warning of all warnings for us. It is early, guys. Early, early, early. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Today we have a sponsor, Patriot Gold, and I will talk about them in a bit. But I love coming out here. And they've got shrimp and they've got all the crabs. How about this? There's male and female crabs. Who knew? Anyways, I don't believe in coincidences. I don't believe in, oh, wow, isn't it a shock that 5 banks were shut down on Friday that had nothing to do with each other's networks? Isn't that interesting? Kind of went under the radar. I believe these are test runs to get themselves ready for when they flip a switch to see what would happen. Now, what was unavailable on Friday, guys, was critical banking, critical payments. Well, what makes a payment critical? It's my money. That's what makes it critical. So one thing that was experienced in the UK and American banks, for that matter, was you had payments at the end of the month. Now, if somebody's on any type of support, disability, Social Security, anything like that they need, you saw that these banks were not making these payments. Ouch. And it was basically a day. Some were as short as 6 hours. Some were, almost 18. But the point is that this is something that I just don't believe that this just happened. I think that they set dates. Let's do it at the end of February. Let's see what happens. And then they go from there, because I think that we're going to see a day where the internet goes down. We're going to have banking shut off, and you're not going to have power, and you're going to have things like that. And this is just like, well, how does the system work if we do this and then turn it back on? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now you're talking crazy, Dan. Now you're talking crazy. I had a woman write me twice over the weekend, please stop walking around. It's very annoying. You've got good content, but you're moving, and it's very difficult to watch. Thanks. Thank you very much. Okay? But I want to get into this because it's kind of wild. Because one thing that people wrote me about also is that their SNAP and EBT and different benefit programs were shut off over the weekend. What does that mean? They couldn't get money to go buy food and things like that. I had a subscriber write me from Riverside County, and they were there watching people that had 6 shopping carts and used state EBT cards, which were the assistance card. I don't want to use the word welfare, but how do you have 6? How do you have 6 of those cards for 2 people? Now people sit there and say, oh, it's for a home, they've got lots of kids, whatever. Man, it's crazy. This guy's dog's out here chasing everybody first thing in the morning. But now let's go through these. First one, Nationwide Bank. Nationwide Bank experienced payment problems. Sorry if you experienced the inability to collect your money or send money. You guys, it's the end of the month. Hey, let's go pay our rent. Can't. Do you have checks? Don't have them. I have people that write me and say, you're a fool if you have a checkbook. Okay. In this case, you could have given a check to your landlord. Uh-oh. No. Can't do that. Let them deal with the bank. No. Chase Bank experienced it. Halifax Bank experienced this. First Direct experienced this. TSB. Maybe it's just the apps, Dan, that are down. Well, guys, again, this is the problem with this. Get yourself ready. It's very simple. If you are on a fixed income, you need to have cash in your house. And when I was on the ship last week talking to people, hey, how much cash do you have? Now, this guy's got millions of dollars. Well, You're not going to say 10% to that guy. Yeah, you need to carry 300 grand in your house and just let me know where it's at. No, you don't have that. If you are on a fixed income, how about 10% of your income stuck in a drawer, hidden from where nobody knows where it's at? Stack in private, don't have that out and about so that the cleaning lady can get it, your friend, people that give you assistance, people that help you. And when I say cleaning lady, somebody that comes over to your house, you don't want to get robbed. Wow, look, I just found an envelope full of all this cash. Protect yourself, hide it, but for a day like Friday, you need to be able to be ready for this because, once again, I never believe that these things are accidents. Never, ever, 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 ever. I think that with how tumultuous the entire world is right now, everybody everybody wants to, you know, not think that anything like this could happen. Oh, that's sinister, Dan. You're nuts. Okay. You'd rather be ready than not. And again, warning after warning after warning. It's funny. People that I met in Florida on the ship all talk about preparations for hurricanes. Oh, damn, we're ready. We're ready in a moment's notice. And lucky for us, we get a few days warning that we can get out and about and get out of town if we have to. Now, certain people like police officers and people like that, they have to hunker down and they've got to get to work because everything could get shut down. But they're prepared for it, prepared for food, gas, money, everything. And you have to be the same thing. These warnings are happening right now. And this is another bank warning. Your tax refund, things like this that were delayed. People spend this money before they get it. And you need to look at warnings like this. Read the story below because I just think it's coincidental nonsense. And it's like, hey, isn't this interesting that we took to X to explain it to you. How many of you are on Twitter, X, looking at banking information? It infuriates me that they do that. But again, it was so bad they couldn't send a message through your app. Sorry that this app is down. No, 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 no. It was just shut off. That's what it was. It was shut off. You get it? It's not just banking. Couldn't communicate with you. You should have a notification on your phone that the bank was shut off. No, didn't do that. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. Do you guys believe that things are good in the stock market right now? I don't. I think that we're headed for a big problem. And one thing that we can all do is protect ourselves with precious metals that have stood the test of time. Contact number one rated Patriot Gold Group today, 888-330-1431. Get yourself a free investor guide. Let them answer all your questions. Buying gold is very easy from a company like this because they have the best customer service. They have had over $1 billion in transactions. And if you have an IRA, you can transfer it over. 401k, you can transfer it over to precious metals. The advantage to this is that experts say that gold is going to continue to go through the roof, and we haven't seen anything yet. So, contact number one rated. No fee for life IRAs, 401ks, but let them answer all your questions. 888-330-1431, 9 years in a row with number one ratings from Consumer Affairs. There's a good reason for that. Contact them today. Let them know that Dan from I allegedly sent you. I love getting up early, starting your day. I think that the time change from being on the East Coast time kind of helped me this morning because I was up at before 5. And Don from Georgia sent me something great, our national debt clock, which I love. The link will be below for you. But the other thing to look at, guys, is the Doge.gov site. You want to keep track of this? Hey, what are they canceling? And the advantage to this is that, I mean, it is really ongoing daily. And I'm enjoying this. Have you ever heard of NOAA? Well, they're weather forecasters, guys. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration laid off hundreds. So you got a bunch of government employees concerned with the weather. Let me tell you how the weather is here today. It's a crisp 60 degrees, okay? And the sun is coming up over here, and it's going to rain again. It's beautiful. Oh, okay. Let's pay a guy 80 grand a year to tell us that. Oh, no, 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 no. He's not. Okay? So you're starting to see these layoffs take place, and some people are really upset about this. I just, guys, this is a financial channel. It's a news channel. It's about how to save money, how to clip coupons every now and then, and why can't our government do this? People are furious over this, and I don't get it. I don't get it, and it's not, you don't like it. Okay, I didn't like certain parts of the last few years, but let's work together and let's try to clean things up. The alternative, if the government goes bankrupt, oh, they'll just print more money, Dan. I love those. I should save those emails and read them to you guys because they're lunacy. But let me know what you think about this stuff so far, because I love sites like this. And, again, all the content you guys send me, I appreciate everything. And there's contributors that really do the deep dive and understand what we're doing. Yeah. Gordon Gekko said it. Never seen a painting that can capture the beauty of the ocean in the morning. And you just can't. It's just stunning, guys. It's absolutely stunning. And today there's fish for you. Well, here's a trifecta of stories from Dr. Marvin. And the first one is Volkswagen. Another recall, guys. Another auto recall. 60,000 cars, electric cars that have a gear problem. Kind of like your transmission on an electric car, okay? And Audi Q4s, the EQ4. All these cars, read the story below, they sound like go-karts. And an Audi. Audi's a nice car, but again, 60,000 of them are recalled. Audis and Volkswagens. Unbelievable. Fast casual dining. I love that term. How about expensive and casual dining? That's what it should be. Red Robin, they could close up to 70 locations right now because of the serious problems that they have, that nobody has the money to sit down and have a $30 burger. It's crazy. It used to be like a reasonable place. And it's funny, my daughter mentioned this place to me like 2 weeks ago and said, remember we used to go to Red Robin and have such a good time and it was inexpensive and you loved it? Well, yeah, because I could feed my kids for a little bit of money. Now it's so expensive they can't compete. And they're trying to compete with McDonald's and other fast food places, and it's just not, a kid's meal at $20. It's too much. Oh, wow. Then you got a tip. Oh, wow. Your kids want a soda too? Okay, that's $5. It's just too expensive for people right now. So the CEO was talking about ways that we can compete. They teamed up with a company called Donato's Pizza, and you can have pizzas inside some of the Red Robin locations to bring on revenue. Who's going to a burger joint to get pizza? It's like these people have never lived, never thought about, hey, does this seem like a good idea? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. And it's not inexpensive. Fast casual is dead. Middle of the road is dead. IHOP is dead. Denny's is dead. Red Robin's going that way. The point is that there's no such thing as a deal right now when it comes to food in a restaurant where you leave your home. It's just not. Remember that. Be prepared to pay big bucks. It's another good title for a video. One thing that people ask me is, hey, when you travel, do you bring things home? Never. I try to never buy anything to go through my bag. And not this time, but the last time, went on a trip and we went to Puerto Rico and had to fly home from there. And one thing that shocked and amazed us is that Homeland Security went through our bags and left us little tags inside the bag, but completely went through everything. And it was disturbing because There was nothing in there. Hey, by the way, your baggage passed. Thank you. No. Okay, I can't even make jokes here because it's not won't fly. But the point is that don't buy anything. A guy named Dylan O'Byrne, he learned a very expensive lesson. $28,000 fine for having a banana in his suitcase. Spotted by the dogs at customs, sniffing away. What's in my bag? No, it wasn't a bunch of smack. It was a banana that cost him $28,000 in fines. So again, don't pack stuff like that. I didn't know. Gee, I threw a banana in my suitcase. Yeah, that'll taste good. So stupidity. Sometimes you see people do things, and I'm floored by that. But Dylan O'Byrne gets to pay a $28,000 fine. It's funny, the surface, not that many surfers this morning, kind of light. So let me know. I always get people that have different travel plans. If you ever travel with somebody new, that's when you learn stuff about people because they just are weird. You get people that basically bring a laundry basket full of stuff and don't, everybody's got different personality traits and stuff like that. You really see them when you travel with people. I'm telling you that. I'm going to finish this video with these last two stories. One thing that you have to look at is your health insurance, and you have to have health insurance, guys. Do not go blind without that. If you're on Medicaid, Medicare, or anything like that, make sure you have a good agent that's not there just to collect the commission. It is disgusting, the high commissions that people get to sell a government program. And some of the programs, some are better than others. I'm not at that age yet. And someday you'll get to see me if I'm still not walking around with a walker. I will, promote those things and go through them with you. But get a good, reputable person. If you have a friend that has had medical issues and use those different services, talk to them and find out how they selected their programs. Because I'm telling you this right now, I have a man out of Florida who is going to be an amazing resource for me because he is talking about the different programs and, scumbag doctors and how awful this is. So, it's just protect yourself, and that includes your health, guys. But 500,000 people in Arizona could lose their different programs. And one guy wrote me and said, hey, I'm on that list, which is very sad. One thing that I was near and dear to for over a decade was my late girlfriend was a law professor that helped people pass the bar exam here in California. The California bar exam just had a new rollout of a new test, and it was an absolute disaster. And the test takes place in February and in July. And I'm telling you, we lived our lives around this exam. And it just hearing about this was like how disruptive it was because everything would build up to this exam. But again, people went and took the exam. You have to sign up months in advance. It's very expensive. And you sit down in this room, and the program failed. People could not save their exams. People were halfway through the test, and the computer shut off. Oh, come back in July. Think about this, guys. You would get your results in May. You could be practicing law. I met people, and I know people that are practicing today that have very successful law firms that, hey, if you pass this, you're not just a paralegal, you'll get a $50,000 bonus. I met people that got that. And imagine that your exam didn't get uploaded and now you get to go take the test again in July. Now, here's the worst part. Oh, big deal, Dan. They get to take it in July. They don't get their results until the middle of November. So it's a long, long wait, guys. It's basically a year for them to hold out. Get one more shot of this. But I get a kick out of that. Why am I not surprised that California had a big screw up? It's ridiculous, guys. It's ridiculous. Isn't it beautiful when the sun comes up like that? It's very nice. Love coming out to the fish market. A lot of problems because of the storm. They only caught so much fish, but they had halibut and some other cool stuff over there. But please don't forget to hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. If you're on our email list, check your spam filter because one just went out. And onward and upward, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for the input. Thank you for being here. I am so grateful to each and every one of you. Even when you complain, I'm grateful for you. I'll see you very soon.